Tres.
Hello, my name is Roberto, and we're going to talk about Lesson 4A, Unit 1, Lesson B. So please go to page 5. We're going to work on verb complements, verbs plus ing or verbs plus to plus verb. So this is the topic, verb plus gerunds or verbs plus infinitive. Okay? So this is actually a question of memory. You have to remember which verbs are used with another verb plus ing or with particle plus verb plus ing or verb to verb or verb ing or to verb or either way. So you have to remember this. This is only a question of memory. Okay? So we're just going to see this. The first class of verbs is this class. Verbs like finish, consider, imagine, miss, mind, spend. So all of these verbs are used in this way. You use this verb, consider, or finish, and then another verb plus ing. For example, we can say, he finished. You see the verb finish, finished in past tense. And then we don't say, he finished to read. No, that's wrong. Or we don't say, well, he finished to read. No. We say, he finished reading plus ing. Why? Because the verb is finished. That's the only reason. With verbs like finish, always the other verb is going to be plus ing. Always. Okay? What other verb? Well, spend is another verb. You can say, I spent, that tense, I spent 3 years working. See the gerund, verb with ing, working in Tokyo. I spent 3 years working in Tokyo. So in this case, this is a gerund. Why? Why does the verb have ing? Because this is the verb spend. So remember, finish, spend time. That's not time. Finish, spend, or consider, mind, miss, imagine. All of these verbs, always you have to use a verb plus ing, a gerund. The other class of verbs are this one. Verb and a particle or preposition plus a gerund. Like induct. You see, induct is a verb and a preposition. Induct. So let's say, how did you induct? Even here, how do you induct? You use the verb plus the particle, and then you use verb and ing. Living, a gerund. So always, if you have a verb and a particle, you have to use a gerund. Always. Remember, that's a rule. Right? Verb and a particle, then a gerund. How do you end up living here? Okay? What other verb? Like plan on. Plan on. I can say, I wasn't planning on. So this is maybe you can make it, you can confuse this part because this is with ing, but this is because this is past continuous, right? This is past continuous. Pause. Okay, so planning on, in this case, is a past continuous tense. So I say, I wasn't planning on, and then the gerund, leaving Japan, right? So planning on, after the preposition, the gerund. Okay? Then the other class of verbs is this one. Agree, decide, happen, offer, seem, intend, expect. In this case, we always have to use the verb and then to, and then another verb. To, the infinitive. So we say, they agreed to pay for Korean lessons. They agreed, past tense, to pay, infinitive, for Korean lessons in compliment. I didn't expect to get, so the verb is expect, and then to get the job. Why? Why in this case I say expect to get? Why don't I say expect getting? Like in this case, I spent working. Why?
Well, there is no reason. It's only they are different verbs. If the verb is expect, so you have to use to. And if the verb is spend, you have to use the gerund. That's the reason. Then we have these verbs plus ing or to plus verb with different meanings. So you can use both ways, but if you use one of them, the meaning is going to change. Like I can say I stopped talking to him, or I can say stop to talk to him. So both are correct. Stopped talking, so the verb plus ing, the verb plus the gerund, or stopped to talk. In this case, the verb and the infinitive. So both are correct, but the meaning is different. If I say I stopped talking to him, it means that I'm not talking to him anymore. So I was talking to him, and then I stopped talking to him. Okay? But if I say I stopped to talk to him, in that case I mean that I was doing something, I don't know, I was listening to the music or was doing something, and then I stopped, and then I started to talk to him. Okay, so they're different meanings. Let's see this one. Verb plus ing or to plus verb with the same meaning. So verbs like this, begin, bother, continue, start, like, love, hate, these are pretty easy. Because in this case I can use both. And the meaning is the same. So I can say, should I bother applying? Or should I bother to apply? In this case the meaning is the same. So both are correct, and both have the same meaning. Okay, now we're going to explain this in Spanish so I make sure you understand all this. Okay, very fast, very quick. Okay, entonces la idea es esta. Cuando usamos verbos con otro verbo con ing o con el to y el otro verbo. ¿Cuándo se usa esto? Bueno, es una cuestión de memoria, memorizar. La clave es memorizar, no hay otra, no hay una explicación. En realidad es solamente recordar que videos como consider, finish, imagine, miss, mind, spend, estos verbos funcionan con otro verbo con ing. Entonces digo, I finish reading. ¿Por qué reading? ¿Por qué con ing este segundo verbo? Porque el verbo es finish. Todos estos verbos, consider, finish, imagine, miss, mind, spend, si voy a usar otro verbo al costado, el otro verbo tiene que estar con ing. El otro tipo de verbos es este de aquí. Verbos con partícula o preposición, como end up, keep on, think about, plan on. En este caso, todos estos verbos tienen una preposición. Si es así, el segundo verbo tiene que estar siempre con gerundio, con ing. Entonces digo, how do you end up living here? End up, el verbo con preposición, el verbo con ing, living. I wasn't planning on living in Japan. Yo estaba planificando dejar Japón. En este caso, planning on, aquí tiene su preposición. Entonces, el verbo que sigue está con ing. No se confundan, aquí está con ing, pero ese no es un gerundio. Este aquí es parte del past continuous. ¿Ya? Eso no tiene que ver, simplemente plan. El verbo plan, en preposición, y luego después de la preposición, siempre con ing. Recordar, memoria. Veamos aquí. Hay otros verbos que más bien siempre funcionan con to, como agree, decide, happen, offer, seem, intend, expect. En este caso, el verbo que venga después, siempre con el to. Entonces, they agreed to pay for Korean lessons. Agreed to pay. El segundo verbo con el to. ¿Por qué con to y no con ing? ¿Por qué no agreed paying? Porque el verbo es agree. Como el verbo es agree, siempre con agree, con el to. Memoria, solo memoria. Luego, hay verbos que pueden usar de las dos maneras. Stop talking o stop to talk. Las dos formas son correctas. Pero, cuidadito, porque estos verbos cambian el significado. Si yo digo I stopped talking to him, significa dejé de hablarle. Yo dejé de hablarle. O sea, le estaba hablando y dejé de hacerlo. Ya no le hablo. Pero si digo I stopped to talk to him, significa que yo estaba haciendo algo. Cualquier otra cosa. Estaba escuchando música, haciendo mi tarea y paré para hablarle. O sea, dejé de hacer otra cosa que estaba haciendo para hablarle. ¿Notan la diferencia? Stop talking to him, dejé de hablarle. Stopped to talk to him, paré para hablarle. ¿Okay? Y hay otros verbos como bother que significan lo mismo. Puedo usar con ing o con el gerundio o con el infinitivo y significa lo mismo. ¿Ok? Bueno, eso es todo por hoy.